Adage 7. I was entirely too young to be singing along to Janet Jackson's "What Have You Done For Me Lately," but that didn't stop me. The intro was a conversation between two friends in which one confides that her boyfriend stood her up again. As she tries to make excuses for him, the other says, "I know he used to do nice stuff for you. But what has he done for you lately?" I was rolling my neck and singing along like I had any idea what it meant or what it felt like to be in a relationship with someone who neglects you and doesn't fulfill your needs. Unfortunately, as I grew older, I learned all too well how difficult it is to be happy when your partner isn't giving you what you want. Why do we settle for less? That's the million-dollar question. There are several reasons, but I think the most common can be attributed to some form of internalized misogyny. Hear me out, so much of what women expect and accept in relationships is directly tied to how we feel about ourselves, our worth, and what we believe are our roles and responsibilities as women. And how we feel is heavily influenced by how we were raised and socialized to negatively think about ourselves as women. Any gendered expectations within relationships is related to sexism, full stop, even when you think you're fully comfortable assuming certain gender roles. It's hard to accept how deeply ingrained sexism is into our psyche, but it definitely shows up in intimate relationships. There are certain things you should look for in a partner that affirmatively engage your wants and deeply satisfy your needs. You should feel no shame in setting the bar high and having standards when it comes to finding people with whom you want to share your life and time. The bar has been on the floor for too many of us and for entirely too long. Here are some things you should look for in any person you're dating and looking to build a strong connection with. You are everything. Adoration is a major key to healthy and successful relationships. You should look for someone who adores you and gasses you up, praises you, whenever they have the opportunity to do so. They adore your energy, your style, your humor, your passion, your creativity, and all the things that make you essentially you. They celebrate your wins and work with you to achieve your goals, hyping you up along the way. If you're dating someone who brushes off your wins or constantly redirects to themselves or something else whenever you begin to share something important to you, that's a major red flag. Some folks get unnecessarily competitive in relationships. Do you really want to be with someone you have to constantly battle for the spotlight? Okay, baby, do what you gotta do. Respect for your autonomy and choice should be essential. You're an adult, fully grown and capable of making the best decisions for yourself. Do you always get it right? No. But part of gaining maturity and achieving growth is through learning from your experiences. You deserve to have someone who gives you space to work things out for yourself without trying to control your choices and actions. Positive space looks like you saying you want to take a trip with your friends and not feeling like you have to get permission from your partner. A red flag is when you state your positive intentions for something that you believe will improve your life and your partner gives you an ultimatum to choose between that thing and them. Want to get a haircut or change the color? You don't have to get permission from anyone to do what you want with your own hair. If your partner threatens to leave or declares they won't be as attracted to you because of something so simple, that's a control issue we need to mark as a red flag. Respect for your individuality cannot be compromised. Don't worry, baby. I got it. Shared responsibilities and emotional labor should be a primary goal. Unfortunately, many women have no idea what this looks or feels like because it's rarely been modeled in their own lives. We haven't seen much of it in the media's representation of relationships. Most sitcoms from the past 30 years have featured male-female relationships in which the women carry the majority of the household and emotional labor. This uneven balance that has been harming women for centuries has increasingly been challenged, with calls for men, especially, to pick up more of their share of the relationship work. Your relationship shouldn't physically and emotionally drain you, it should be a fountain that replenishes your energy and spirit. Regardless of your partner's gender, however, you should never shoulder the bulk of the responsibilities. You're in a partnership, and you should be intentional about dividing the domestic work and financial responsibilities in a balanced way that makes the most sense for a partnership. You need to be intentional about having discussions about the distribution of emotional labor. Your relationship shouldn't physically and emotionally drain you, it should be a fountain that replenishes your energy and spirit. Girl, you bout to get it. For those who enjoy sex, you deserve a lover who satisfies you and keeps you wanting more. You should look for a partner who prioritizes your sexual desires, wants to explore and grow with you, and isn't stuck in a sex-negative paradigm. Some indicators that someone might not be an affirming sexual partner: queerphobia, sex-shaming women and never men, juxtaposing good women with hoes as a way of elevating one woman above another, calling mild sexual activities nasty or disgusting, instead of just saying it isn't their thing, being a rape apologist, rejecting the use of sexual aids in an egotistical way, and not being inquisitive or curious enough to ask about what turns you on and makes you feel good. You deserve someone who celebrates your body and doesn't make you feel ashamed of how you look or what turns you on. If you find yourself avoiding sex with your partner because you feel some kind of way, that's a huge red flag. Barring any physical or mental health issues, you deserve to feel arousal and act on it with someone who meets you where you are and matches your energy. I want more for romantic relationships. These days, it seems we hear more about the drama and disruption of partnerships than we do about their healthy, vibrant long-term sustainability. A lot of the things deemed #relationship goals are rather problematic, some downright abusive. I'm discouraged by how much toxicity is accepted as normalcy, but I hope to encourage more women, especially, to stop settling for less than they know they need and deserve. And maybe that's where we have to begin, the point of believing we deserve better. That is work you have to do for yourself, with support as needed, before you can enter into any partnership. If you don't believe you deserve the best, you won't insist upon it and will likely settle. There's a better way, and it starts with you deciding what you want and sticking by what you need.